Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first map seed reveal. Decide after this one is out there and whatnot, how it goes, whether I'll do more or not. This is where I plan on building, for the most part. And I'll show you why in a second, but I figured I'd start off with just showing you the terrain of where I plan on building. It's that spot right there. The reason I'll build here, I'll show you that first off, I guess, is there's a trader there, a trader there, a trader right there, and a trader right there. So that's why I'm going to build there, because it's pretty centrally located to some traders, a bunch of towns, and then just north of it is the main city. So what I'll do is I'll show you this first. Alright, so caves. These are well houses, the little log cabin with a well in the back and the underground base. These probably won't see too many except for like the one that's right there, and then the one that I'm standing at. All that means is that there's a fire pit there and a storage chest that I'm using as an outpost base to collect. Almost at every city or town I'll have one, but I haven't been doing a bunch of looting yet. I've just been uncovering the map, but I'll usually try to find a place in the middle of a town, and then I collect the town to that place, and then I grab all the good stuff and take it to wherever I'm taking it to. This is a to be continued kind of thing, where if I didn't have a wrench, I found a chemistry station or a workbench and I wasn't able to break it down, and I need to go back and do so. That's what that is. These symbols I'll actually use for like when I build a big crafting house, and you know, that's where all my good stuff's going. So those are personal buildings that are mine, like I built it or I took it over and it's something special. These are the center of my cities, my towns, and crossroads. Right now on the legend over here there are 15 of them, and I'll explain all that in a moment. This is a 4-panel on the ground base. That's the little tiny shanties that you'll find that have a fence around the backyard and 4 panels on the ground that go to an underground base. These are missile silos and concrete walled army bases where you'll find the 2 buildings and the tent. The buildings have ammo boxes, the tent has a gun safe. It's those buildings. Obviously traders. These are usually for points of death, like an army base that has all those air filter mines around them, or if I'm near a wasteland area that I found a landmine and I couldn't shoot it because I didn't have a gun on me, or my inventory was full, no feathers or anything like that. I couldn't do anything about it and I want to blow it up. I'll mark it with an X. But yeah, that's my legend. So now you know what all the symbols mean to me. We'll start at page 1. We have 13 quest marked traders, and the reason I say that is when you go out into the wilderness and you find buildings that aren't connected to POI paths, I don't think the game itself gives you those as a quest find. So there's 13 right now. There could be more. But there's 13 traders, and there are 15 of these symbols. So I'll just pan through it real quick. Or flip through it. It's not really the map, is it? Alright. If you didn't catch it, there's a pause button. Alright. Now, what I'll do is I'll start off at the main city. Show you where 00 is. It's pretty much over this way a little bit. So as you can see, it's not perfectly centered out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you stuff that turns people off from maps. The wasteland and the water amounts. That's usually what most people are concerned with, because if there's too much of it, it just doesn't make the map fun. This is one of the largest chunks of water. It's riddled with islands. So I mean, it's big, but I don't know. I like flavor in a map, so it's okay to me. Like, if there wasn't something like this, I would kind of wish that there was something like this. So it's there. So I'm happy with it. Then I'll come down this way. There's the edge of the map there. But this is the very far west of the map, as you can see. There's the edge of the map, and it'll come up and around. But this is wasteland. This is all forest here. But the edge of the wasteland's over here. It was super nighttime when I was driving through here. It's in a private game, so if I stepped on a landmine, I'd die. So I gave myself a little bit of a buffer zone, so the wasteland's more over this way. It kind of cuts over this way. It kind of ends over here, because all these POI paths are in wasteland. but there's a lot of POI paths there. A lot of them. This is in Wasteland, and then the Wasteland cuts down through here. But as long as you stick to the road, you're good. You got a trader right there in between the two cities, or towns, or whatever, and there's one down here. And all these will pop up for your quest as you're driving around. If you don't actually drive up to a trader and finish the quest, they'll pop up for you. I don't even know what that POI path goes to, but... Alright, so that's Wasteland on the west side of the map. And yes, that's all of it. And then up here in the northwest, there's this chunk here. And then I'll go to the east side of the map. This here is Wasteland, but it's like a little buffer zone, because the edge of the map is literally right there. So, as you can see, I accidentally went up a little too far. This is a private game. I ran this game on multiple consoles, so some of this stuff, I'm telling you this, but I already know this because I ran it on a console that was in creative multiplayer while I was playing my private game at the same time. And some of these areas I checked out on the creative multiplayer just to see how bad it was. And, I mean, it's just a little sliver there. Here, if you're standing here, you can actually see land on the other side, but it's all the edge of the map. It's radiation zone. And there's radiation, or wasteland, in the middle of the map, and it's right there. And that is all the wasteland you have to worry about when you're in the middle of the map. You do not have to worry about wasteland anywhere else. Cool, right? But, this is all dark green forest here. This is the light green forest. But we'll start off with the actual seed reveal, and as I'm revealing the map itself, I'll explain a couple other things. This is kind of a notable point. Here's the center map, or the center city anyways. There's a cave right there. It's a notable checkout. There's a little tiny opening, and as you're facing this way, there's a huge belly of a cave in here, but I don't see any other exits. Just kind of a cool thing to check out if you do play this map at all. Alright, so we got the major hub city in the middle. If it wasn't for what else is on this map, I guess that would make sense to say the major hub city. But as I go north, like right now, you're going to realize that it's not really the major hub city anymore, because there's another one, a 6x6, which to me is pretty rare. I've only seen this a couple of times, but that's the most north that you're going to go there. You have all these towns. And there's another hub city. It's a 4x4. What I was saying about missile silos and those army bases that I was talking about, there's one right there. And that's a booby trap. So right here, there's a chemistry station. There's a trader. There are 3 hub cities, 7 towns, 5 crossroads, 13 traders. And in case I didn't give you my PlayStation gamer tag, it's Forsaken Soul 1984. F and S are capitalized. Not much snow on this map either. There's this little chunk. And then right above the other hub city, there's a little chunk. And then there's this little spot of forest, super green forest in between them. Yeah, there's water up here. And at first I kind of was bummed thinking that this was totally isolated with water, but as you can plainly see, it comes down. But yeah, there it is. So there's 13 quest-found traders, 3 hub cities, 7 towns, 5 crossroads. Yeah, so if you like it, let me know. If you don't, leave a comment as to what it was about the map that you didn't much care for, because I do find the seed hunting fun. It's almost as fun to me as the actual playing of the game and bashing skulls, so I'll probably do some more of these. I might make more videos in the future. It depends on how this one goes. I mean, if there's a bunch of douchebags in the comments, then I'm just going to say screw it. So if you're a douchebag, don't bother commenting, because you might ruin it for some people that did enjoy this map and hope that I do find more of these and post them. You know, kind of one of the bad apple spoils a bunch of things. You know, don't ruin it for everybody else where I'm like, ah, screw these people. Alright, well there it is.